Hey guys, welcome back to Richo's Customs, and today the 3F finally gets put back together, ready to go in the engine next weekend. So let's slip the head back on and get into it. So welcome back everyone to another episode of Richo's Customs. Last episode you saw we tore down the 3F ready to send the head to the ProPort. We've got the head back from ProPort. As you can see, it is all nice and shiny. Josh has done all these mint work to it. It is now ready to run on all cylinders again. Well, it was running on all cylinders before, but the stock valve springs were that bad. They were just valve floating, and we had a bent valve and two guides were absolutely toast. So no wonder she was running like a chaff cutter. So head's back, got to take the manifold and blast that at work so it's all nice and shiny, but the head nonetheless and some accessories can be bolted on, so we're going to get straight into it. So here's the shiny 3F, all painted, looks absolutely mint. Head's here, we got the assembly lube because that was literally the only oil I had and it's the right spec. Push rods are all in the right order and just all the parts on the tool bench. So we're just going to clean this surface with brake cleaner, make sure the head's clean, and we can just basically put it on. Actually, I cooked that dowel, so I'm going to have to fix that. Yeah, oops. But yeah, she's all nice and shiny. Once cylinder head and block has been chemically and physically cleaned, it's time for the head to be bolted on and torqued down to spec. Right, I just sprayed a bit of WD-40 in the balls just so it's nice and lubed up. Got our Permaseal head gasket, make sure it's a good quality one, and it's time to put the head on. That's all been cleaned, checked over, blown out all the holes because they did sandblast it, but time to put the head on. Here's our head bolts. We're just going to chuck a tiny bit of oil on the top and threads, and we got the specs right here. So we're going to just put these in finger tight, and then what's that? That's about 13 ogadugas on the Radagon. So we'll just rattle these bad boys down. Psych. First step is 95 Newton meters, so we're just going to do the first torque setting. Next step is 109. Last step is 133. As you can see, the head has been torqued down to spec. Because they are quite long bolts, and we do this on aircraft as well, we'll come back and check this like in half an hour or so, just because they are quite long and they will stretch a bit, and I will do it without the extension for the second time. But as you can see, I think he put Holden 308 springs in them because the factory ones are that useless. So they are all fresh. We will put the rocker shaft assembly on, push rods, put a bit of oil on them as well, make sure she's all good to go, and then I just got to blast that manifold like I said, and we're waiting a few more parts from Queensland Cruisers. I'll probably check my points, gaps, all the specs, make sure she's all good to go. Gotta make sure our shaft is nice and wet. Oh shit. It's going everywhere. Oh yeah. Push rods are in, put a bit of honey over everything, the springs and the little boots on the top of the rockers, on the push rods. I'm gonna put our rocker shaft in. This one here. Rocker shafts are all torqued down, 24 Newton meters for the small ones and then 33 Newton meters for the 14 millimeters. Now, top dead center of each cylinder, we're going to check the clearances. So I'm going to go get my feeler gauge and adjust all the, what's the word? I don't even know. Adjust the backlash, I don't know. Can't remember what it's called, but yeah, we'll do that. Right, so valve clearance is all done to spec. It actually tells me on the rocker cover, which is actually pretty sick. It tells me 3F. Intake is 20.2 millimeters and exhaust is 0.35 millimeters. So that is pretty cool that the sticker on the rocker cover right there tells me the clearances. So now we've just cleaned up the edges chemically again with brake clean, make sure it's all clean, free of any oils for the best seal. Gonna put the new rocker cover gasket in, make sure she's all nice and tidy. Tighten that down, put the water pump housing on. I just face that off on the bench linisher, make sure she's nice and flat. And then we will put the clutch bell housing and all that good stuff on once the engine is done. But we are very close to being done. So there's the extractors on. Just got to take the manifold, get that blasted so that looks absolutely mint. But exhaust's on, power steering, alternator, dizzy. Oh, it's a bit dark that side. All the goodies. Now I just gotta go put the flywheel, clutch and bell housing on, so that's next. Howdy folks, as you can see I bolted the clutch on one afternoon just after work, just so I could get a bit more work done. It'd be good if the water would stop leaking so you can actually hear me, but anyways, I can't stop that. The carb intake and all that is on, ready for the engine to get put in. So right now I'll set up the tripod, we'll put this engine in and hopefully we'll have it running the servo. So let's get straight back into it. So after videoing the whole installation of the 3F back into my FJ73, the camera decided to drop a gear and disappear all the files from after I put it into the Land Cruiser. So that's a bit of a bummer, but as you can see, the 3F is completely done. It's in the car, I've taken it for a test drive, and yeah, the camera just decided to delete everything and it's never to be seen again, but I have all the other files. So Canon, if you're watching this, or the SD card, I don't even know who makes it, step up your game, because like your boy lost footage and now can't make a banger video because I lost the files. But anyways, I won't complain because here's the engine bay. It's a bit dirty as you can see, but it is fully complete. Drives, goes hard now that it has all of the air going in at the right time. All new hoses, all new belts, new fan, painted up a few bits in the engine bay, and she looks absolutely sexy. New clutch master cylinder you might have seen put in. I can't remember if I filmed it or not. Painted this front clip just to make it look so much neater, but yeah. Absolute weapon now, new power steering hoses, the lot. So now this is quite a reliable car to tow the naughty. But as you can see, hashtag buy an engine crane, don't use this tractor part 2. It's down to the laminate. Oh, it's in my fingers. Ow. Mummy. Yeah, so I need to get a new windscreen, but I could have bought an engine crane instead of smashing the windscreen, but no. Your boy's just silly. But now I've learnt the lesson, buy an engine crane, stop using the tractor. But yeah, how good that come out. So I'm sorry I lost some of the footage about the Land Cruiser and the 3F install. I don't know what happened, but I still got the video out and we still got it done. It's Christmas Day, your boy's smashing out videos for you guys to watch. So thanks for making 2020 a great year. I've grown so much this year, gone so far, and way exceeded any expectations that I'd ever achieve. So thanks for supporting your boy. So much to come. So many big epic builds coming for 2021. So gotta stay tuned and you'll be surprised on what your boy's gonna do next year. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and we'll see you next year.